Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Eshu, Obatala, to the Agum Marine Laye, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. All right, guys, let's jump into your spread. This is a 3-card spread, including the top and bottom of the deck. I have your Orisha Tarot out here to clarify. I also have some Oracle cards out here for you as well. I have various messages, but there is an overall message that I want to get across, and I kind of want to share it with like 2 examples, so might take a little time. If you want to fast forward to the tarot and Oracle card portion, go ahead and do so, but I really do want to sort of get this out. And the overall message is, you don't have to feel sorry for everybody at this time right now. And anybody who is into astrology and you want to chime in with whatever's going on, you know, in the planets that could be causing this energy to come up, please do so. But, you know, from the planetary energy that I see in the spread and from the intuitive feeling that I'm getting, I'm just going to share this message is you do not have to feel sorry for everybody. This energy is almost like the enemy, whether this be from a high spiritual level or just your day-to-day enemy, because you know how else is the enemy gonna get you other than working through people, right? So what I think is the enemy wants you to be taken advantage of in order to discourage you from actually helping people, or discouraging you from using your gift to help people by helping someone who you think needs your help and they actually don't. And when you end up getting taken advantage of, losing money, losing time, or missing an opportunity, it will sow a sense of anger or anger, regret, maybe even pull up some old things for you. Because that's what I'm feeling, and I actually had this encounter like on a small scale, right? But small scale things could turn into large scale things. It all really depends on your chart, how this manifests in your life. But I know that this energy, because it keeps coming up over and over again, and I had to ask my guides, how long is this energy lasting? And they said 5 months, okay? This is an energy that can last for 5 months. So it may not even manifest as I'm telling this to you. It could be, or it could happen later between now as we go into the new year. So yeah, the thing that happened to me, the other day I was going to go get some food. And the funny thing is that I was getting food from a place that initially in my mind I said, I don't want to come back here because I come there kind of late and they were trying to rush me, and I didn't like the way that they handled me, right? But a part of me was like, I guess pride. Like, I want a particular thing off that menu, so I'm gonna go back, you know, kind of thing. So I ended up going there, and after getting my food and leaving, there was a homeless man that I had already passed going in, right? Hitting that corner, he was sitting at a Starbucks. And then when I was coming back out, he said, hey. And I'm like, you know, okay, hey. And he said, would you happen to have a charger? Which right then and there, I should have just left it all alone, okay? And this is what I mean about feeling sorry for people. I should have left it all alone. He said, do you have a charger? Maybe, do you have a extra charger that you know, if you going back home, you could bring to me? You don't know where I live. You don't know where I live. And that's a weird thing. Like, that's a weird ask, you know, and to have somebody go all out of their way. So that was like lesson number 1, something that doesn't sound right. 2, people asking you to do things that will cause you to have to go out of your way to help them, right? So he said that, and I said, you know, when he asked me if I had an Android, I told him I do. I had one, but I said, no, I have an iPhone. But I was walking away and I said, what if that was a test? Like, what if God was testing me or something like that? And I don't know why I was feeling like that. It could be this Neptune energy, you know, there's an energy here making us feel sympathetic, more sympathetic to people. So what was weird was I said, obviously, I'm not going to walk home and bring this man a charger. But if I walk past a 7-Eleven, if there's a 7-Eleven or some convenience store, then I'll get it for him and bring it back to him. So, and then literally as I'm walking, there's a 7-Eleven like right to my left. Go in there, I get the cheapest one I could find, right? And bring it to the man. Now, the thing is, this whole thing was like a back and forth walk and all of this stuff. And when I gave it to the man, his demeanor had changed. He said, thank you. Like, oh, you don't know how you just helped me. And my name is Alan. What, yours? You know, my name is Alan, yours? All of a sudden, this homeless man who needed something has all these manners and wants to be perceived as somebody who, I guess, I don't know, didn't need help after I just got him this charger. Because in my mind, I'm like, buddy, I don't need to give you my name or nothing. I just walked half a block to get you a charger and then walk back to bring it to you. We don't got to just take the charger, right? And so that was weird. And I felt when I gave it to him, I was like, I felt like he just got me, right? So yeah, like I was saying, I felt like the man had like just got me. And because, you know, he appeared homeless, but this man is sitting here with a cell phone, okay? So he could have just been a guy who either has a mental condition, could have been on drugs or whatever. He probably has a home to actually go to. But the weird thing that I did, which was I identified with his plight in the moment. When I was sitting in that restaurant waiting for my food, my phone was dying, right? And, you know, I really want to listen to what I got going on, you know, and I'm over here like, you know, turning my phone off so that it doesn't die and I could, you know, make it back and not have to like have the phone shut down, turn it on. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking to myself, you can go home and charge your phone. What if that man is homeless? He can't charge his phone. What if he needs to call that family member to come pick him up? You know, being overly sympathetic. The man got a phone, okay? If he got a phone, he got more than what you think he got. He's not homeless, right? But I wasn't thinking like that. So that was the one thing that had got me. His demeanor change had got me. And in order to test me one more time, right before I made it into the house, as soon as I was going in, it was another guy. And I think he was either homeless or a mental thing. But see, in the face, he didn't look like homeless. You know what I mean? Like the fact that it was kind of a warm day and he had a coat on kind of made me be like, something wrong with you. You got a coat on and it's not that cold. So he does a similar thing. He shouts out. And I'm like, you know, okay, another one. And the funny thing, first guy was a black guy, second guy was a white guy. So this white guy who was, you know, first he was crouched down, all of a sudden as I pass, he gets all of this energy. So he pulls out a little box, and I guess in this box is supposed to be like oil. He was saying it was beard oil. I kept walking, so I never like took the box to see if it was oil or not. So he kept saying, yeah, this is good. I could give it to you for this and that. And I'm like, you know, I don't need it. I was like, I'm literally walking and looking back at him like, I don't even need it. I don't put oil in my beard, blah, 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 blah. And he was like on my tail, man. Like he wouldn't let up. But see, at this point, between where I see him, I'm almost by my building. Like I'm almost there. So then I'm clicking in to get into the building. And I just hear him say over and over again, what do you like? What do you like? And then I just turned around and I looked. He said, what do you like? And then I was like, what? He said, you like men? And I said, yeah. And then he said, well, you want to go do something? I said, no. Okay, like, get the fuck away from me, right? So I go into the building and I said, wow, if that one was lying to get what he wanted, so was the first one. And the funny thing was, and I think both of them were lying for the same reason. I mean, obviously, I was wearing my jogging pants. So, you know, when you're wearing the jogging pants, sometimes you're clapping a little bit when you walk, right? So the first one, I believe, you know, what I perceive is he saw something, because when I came home, when it didn't feel right, I had brought out my emotion board and I said, I know he got me. And they confirmed, yes, he got me. But I said, what was his motivation? Like, what was it? And they told me envy. Envy was what it was. So the first one was envying me and trying to get something from me because of the envy he felt towards me. Probably because of the same reason the second guy, except the second guy wanted to actually fuck me, right? So one homeless man is mad that I got a big butt. The second one is lying about selling me beard oil in order to ask me, because I have a big butt, I guess he think I'm just ready to fuck, right? And you just over here looking like whatever. But, you know, I'm not saying nothing to him. I didn't be rude and be like, dude, I would never fuck a homeless man, I didn't do that. I just told him no. And so it was those two things. And that wasn't the first time. That's probably, with those two incidents, that was the fourth, that made the fourth time that a homeless person, and it was a man, did that shout kind of to get my attention thing. It was weird. Months ago, one who was around here all the time did it. And I remember I gave him some money. But the funny thing is what was weird is the day that he asked me, it was like, why did you ask me this day? Out of all the days that I see you, you asked me this day, right? And then he tried almost to do it again, and I saw him, because I think he thought I don't know if he thought I was somebody different or whatever, but when he saw me and I looked him in the face, he stopped. He went. And that to me was telling me, like, you knew you didn't need the money the first time you asked. Because a homeless person, no matter how many times they get money from a particular people, especially if they're set up in a certain spot, they just gonna ask. They're gonna keep asking, hey, you know, you got $1, got something to spare? But this is somebody who's actually seen me for a while, because I frequent these places and you in the neighborhood on different blocks, right? And you never ask me, but this day you asked me, and then the next time you see me, you stop, right? It was like a planned ask. It was a lie. You didn't need the money, right? You didn't need the money, so you felt like if I ask again, you know I'm lying. I think you knew I was lying the first time, right? That was one incident. But the thing that I noticed was the tone of their voice when they ask. They don't ask like somebody who is in need. There's a level of, I'm trying to grab your attention, a level of excitement, and at least with one of them, they were open about what they wanted. Okay, they were open about, like, if I'm not going to get money out of you, maybe I'll try to get sex out of you or something like that, which is weird, right? All this to say is that you don't, like I said in the beginning, you do not have to feel sorry for everybody's plight. Some people are where they are for a reason, and trust your intuition when this kind of stuff occurs. It doesn't have to be a homeless person. But it's funny, with this Piscean energy, that's Neptune, Jupiter energy, you have this feeling of being charitable, even with Venus energy, right? Just be careful, because you don't have to fix nothing for nobody, even if somebody is going through something you went through, okay? Even if because that's what I was thinking when that first homeless man said something to me that night, his phone's dying, my phone's dying, kind of thing. But he didn't need anything. He was just trying to see what he could get from me, because he felt like maybe I had more than what I need, okay? And that's how some of these people are approaching you. Some don't need nothing, or some need to just deal with whatever karma they're dealing with, okay? Because, there was one more. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. I know of another one. It was a younger homeless one that tried the same thing. It was a man every single time. It's so crazy that they try this stuff. And honestly, like, it just reminds me about, like, the DL energy I keep picking up. You know how these men try these, like, sideways. I'm not even gonna go there. The reason for them speaking is not for what they ask for. It's another thing. It's something underneath the ask. And that's kind of what I want you to be aware of, like, what's underneath, what's the true motivation of what somebody is asking you, whether it be a family member, lover, neighbor, or relative, because that's the energy here. What's underneath it? Why did they even ask in the first place? Which took me back to an incident that I had with my mother. My mother had caught COVID. My mother and my brother caught COVID at the same time. My brother was handling COVID better than my mom and was actually ripping and running when he should have been quarantining. And it was really affecting my mom. But my brother and my sister stayed with her, so there was no need for me to go over there, right? But it's this thing that my mom does, and I feel it, and I was feeling it intuitively, where I felt like she thought I deserved to have COVID too, okay? Or was wondering why I didn't get COVID and like why her and my brother got COVID. Because the funny thing is, my sister, who actually stays with them, didn't get COVID. She didn't get COVID. The guy she was dating at the time, she even started to spend more time with him in order not to be at home. But she never caught it, and she works in the medical field. But both of them caught it. And I just felt, I could intuitively feel, because this isn't the first time I felt like my mom was doing something like this, and I'll explain. But she called me and she had this voice on, like, oh my God, like I'm so this and that. And she was complaining that my brother was leaving her, like leaving and not asking if she needs anything and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, let me go get you some alkaline water. I had all these herbs and stuff that I said, this could help you. And all the while when this was happening, what I should have been doing was doing readings and posting and, stuff like that. But her lying in this instance was pulling me away from what I should be doing, right? So I'm gathering all of this stuff because I'm scared from listening to the tone of her voice of thinking she's sicker than what she is. Because in my mind, if you're that sick, go to the hospital, right? And so I'm grabbing all this stuff for her, and it's a 40-minute drive. Once I get to her house, she opens up the door like nothing's wrong. And that like shifted my whole like being like, wow, you really got on the phone sounding like you were about to die, like you needed a ventilator, and there's nothing wrong with you, because there's no way your symptoms or whatever could change, within an hour from what you had called me with. Because I was about to leave it. So, because what I did was I took the bag of everything that I had and I left it on the porch. And I called her to let her know I was out there. And she kept trying to call me back in. She kept trying to invite me in. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not coming in there. You have COVID. Like, why do you keep trying to pull me in? The only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get COVID too. It's horrible, thinking about it, because COVID is affecting you one kind of way. It's affecting my brother one kind of way, but you don't know how it's going to affect me. You don't know what it could do to me. So why would you want me to come in to get COVID by sitting around talking to you? So that threw me for a loop for a second, but it just reminded me of previous things. I remember her like getting a cold sore and like me having my chapstick out, and she's like, oh, let me see your chapstick. And I'm like, no, you have a cold sore. You obviously have a cold sore. If I'm giving you my chapstick, I forget that I gave you my chapstick and rubbing it on my lip, I'm going to get a cold sore. So when little things happen like that, I've always remembered she doesn't care about my health or safety, or she thinks that I deserve her plight kind of thing. And that's the kind of energy that's happening right now. Y'all got to be careful of people doing this, trying to throw, I keep telling y'all, their karma onto you. They want you to experience the same karma, maybe because they think that why I'm better than you. You don't live, who do you think you are? You should have this, or something like that. Or you're not special. Maybe because this isn't happening to you, maybe, there's some form of favor on you and not on me. So let me give you this. Let me try to give you this plight through emotional manipulation. Okay? That's why you don't need to feel sorry for everybody. And the thing is that because y'all, even thinking about telling y'all about this made me not want to record. Like it was causing me to, not because I didn't want to warn you or let you know, like, look for this, look for that. It was the simple fact that I was mad just rehashing it, that had even happened, that somebody was trying to take advantage. And that's what I'm feeling, is that you could have so many things happen to you, or, getting money, losing some money, $20 or whatever, to a homeless man is no big deal. It's the fact that I thought I was helping somebody and they were really taking advantage of me, is the anger. And you could blanket statement people that way. And if it happens more than once, it'll definitely cause you a shutdown, because what was weird was right after he did that, another one did it real fast. And then it just brought back in my mind the 2 other homeless people that I had an incident like that with, you know? And the one that I said that I frequently see, you know, he got, you know, a couple bucks off me, but, you know, he got scared. And then there was another young man who tried the same thing. I didn't give him any money though, because it's their explanation. It's the way they ask for things. It's weird. It's also the energy behind the ask. It's an excitement behind their lie or something like that, okay? So watch how people are asking you for stuff. Watch how hard it is to provide something to somebody, or how much it's coming out of you, you know, from you to help remedy their situation, right? Before you go feeling sympathetic to people who actually wouldn't mind putting you in harm's way, right? Because when I think about that, I was like, wow, no matter what, whether you got a cold sore on your lip or you got COVID, you don't mind trying to make me get susceptible to this stuff, okay? So be careful, because this could be your family, like I said, a neighbor, anything like that. Yeah, it was something else I wanted to say about the way they talk to you, but I can't remember it right now. So all I'm gonna say is your intuition will let you know that, you know, something's wrong with the way somebody is asking for something, or they're not asking in a manner that normally when people ask for help, they do it this way, you know, kind of thing. So just be aware of that. Be aware of how somebody's asking you, why, and everything like that. Okay, because I'm feeling that strong. Okay, guys, so let's jump into your reading now. So I'm going to start with your oracle cards, and then we'll move into your tarot. Your first set out with your oracle cards, you have Scared and Anchor. All right, there's either someone trying to hold you back, someone could be going to prison. Okay, then we have second position, Her and Heartstring. Her and Heartstrings, another big chain. Okay. I believe we had that Anchor, Heartstring, chains in the last reading that we posted, or at least that I posted. Third position, you have Movement, clarified by Family. Okay. Top of the deck, you have Intimacy, clarified by Love. Bottom of the deck, you have Comfort, clarified by Reflection. So in your oracle messages, I'm picking up several things, okay? See, so with this Scared and Anchor, one thing I'm feeling is someone may be going to prison for something, okay? I don't know what kind of legal thing has been done, or if you've had some kind of legal interaction with a karmic that they're actually going to end up paying for. I could see that happening. Someone's going to end up in prison for something, and probably for a long time with this Anchor. The other thing that I'm feeling with this is the energy of manipulation, where someone is trying to hold you back, and they're trying to hold you back for as long as they can, or have been holding you back for as long as they can. All right. This energy, even here, let me show you. Okay, Her, and then to have the chain. This is either you as her, or there is a her who is trying to hold you back. She's either you or someone else, and it could be a feminine outside of you. It could be a feminine relative or something of that nature. See, because Heartstring says stringing along. This could be a woman stringing you along. Get pregnant. So ladies, if you are, you know, on the other end, there's someone trying to hold you down, hold you back by getting you pregnant. Maybe they've already done that and they're in your energy again, trying to do something else. Okay. There's entrapment here and playing with someone's feelings. Okay. So maybe if you've met someone new, because we do have this intimacy and love at the top of the deck, this could be the person's plan. Get you pregnant, entrap you, and literally mentally manipulate and play with your emotions and heartstrings. Okay. Now for those of you where it's not love, this is a feminine, okay? Feminine neighbor, mother, or lover, okay? That is trying to entrap you. Now, for some, it's through an emotional manipulation, and for others, there is witchcraft. There's witchcraft, okay? So that's the first two sets. Now, in your third set, you got movement clarified by family. Now, what does family say? Starting a family, making a home, feeling safe and secure. Some of you all are moving because you don't feel safe where you live. Some of you all, when you move, I've mentioned this more than once, you need to, make sure you do your due diligence about where you want to live. Also, I'm feeling because the energy preceding this is all these chains and anchors. There's a family member who doesn't want you to move away on your own. There's someone who's trying to keep you close or make you move with them or prevent you from moving. All right. There's a family member doing that. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. They could be doing that for their own sense of security. It could be for financial security, or maybe you have a family member who doesn't like living alone, but for whatever reason, you need to go out, strike out on your own. You need to go. Even if it's not to the extreme of taking your money, if it's just like, I don't know how to live on my own, I need you here with me. That's no, because the energy here is of you losing out or missing an opportunity. Whatever this is, whether it be a family member, a lover, or whoever is doing this. It could even be somebody from a distance, but with the witchcraft stuff, but they're trying to make you miss opportunities. Okay. Give me a sec. Now let's hit this at the top of the deck. This love, this intimacy and love. This right here is all of that new energy that I keep telling y'all keeps coming your way. Y'all get all this Venus energy, starting these new relationships. And I think that this is how you're feeling, like this unconditional love. But what's really sparking this for you is just the feeling of intimacy. I think it's just the closeness of somebody being there, because right underneath this, we got another couple, but it's clarified by reflection. I think you're dealing with an illusion. Somebody may be darker than you think. Someone could be into the dark arts or just have a very dark heart or soul or something like that. And right now, with your love energy, you are creating the scene. You're setting the play. The person, all they need you to do is do the work. You know what I mean? Like, you're creating the love scenario. Some of you are the ones even making the plans and saying what we're doing, and possibly missing that the other person is kind of letting you lead the structure. You may have cooked for them or something, like just started making them food, or that's why I say don't give too much too soon. Like, to make a meal for somebody is a very intimate thing to do. And either you're doing that because you think that this person deserves it. Somebody could be doing that as a way to manipulate you or make you feel more comfortable or something like that. But be careful about how strongly someone starts doing very intimate things too soon. Okay, whether it be you or somebody else, you might not be able to trust your emotions, and somebody could be doing really intimate things only to manipulate you. Really, because whoever this is, there's this dark energy. Those movies where you with somebody, it's a vampire movie. They walk past the mirror, they can't see the reflection, or they walk past the mirror, you really see a monster. That's what's really here with somebody. Somebody's actually only with you because they're going through a dark night. Reflection says dark night of the soul, dark shadow, facing inner truths, seeing true colors. So within time, and maybe you've already seen their true colors, but it's maybe difficult for some of you to walk away because the relationship started with so much intimacy, so much projection of love. Okay? Love is for you. You just have to let it come to you naturally, and you have to not force it or feel like you're being forced. Okay? Because that's kind of what I'm feeling in that energy. All right. So I'm going to come back to your oracle cards, but let's get into your tarot. All right. Your first position for the tarot, we have the Emperor, Emperor in reverse, clarified by the Five of Wands. Second position, Chariot, clarified by Oba in the reverse. Third position, rounding out the spread, we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Top of the deck, we have the Five of Wands again in the reverse, clarified by the Hangman in the reverse, or enslaved prisoner. So again with chains, guys. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, again, Hangman. Hangman, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. All right. Hangman twice, Five of Wands twice. All right. Leo energy, Piscean energy. Give me a second. Some of y'all are dealing with a Cancer. The first thing that I'm gonna tell you in your tarot, your most important, which we already kind of discussed, but I just want to discuss a little further, is this energy here. It's the Chariot clarified by Oba. It's jealousy. Somebody is jealous of your success. Somebody is jealous of you wanting to move out, move on, of your goals. Hold on. Someone with anchor, like I've already mentioned, anchor, heartstrings, it's control. Someone's trying to really control you. It's a controlling, manipulating energy. Like I said before, someone kind of wants to make you miss an opportunity. How? It's either they know of an opportunity that you could have and they don't want you to take it, or they sense with your energy and drive that you're about to accomplish something, and they kind of come in with all of this emotional energy, whether it is to keep you around or to start a new relationship in order to take your mind off of your goals and then make you miss that opportunity. I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't see it now, if you catch it now to see it for what it is, this is gonna end the relationship. If you don't catch it, and the results of you becoming a part of the manipulation will eventually end the relationship, but you would have lost. You would have lost. Like, so when that homeless man got me to get him a charger, I'm not going to get that money back. Like, there's no karma for me to get it back because of, there's a level of here of agreement. There's a level of Saturn, Piscean energy of karma, of contract. So he made a statement. I sort of agreed to it by my own actions to fulfill what he wanted. So I kind of gave him what he wanted. He asked for it, even though underneath there was illusion about who he is. Is this man homeless? You know, I come back, pull out my emotion board. I see what really pushed him was envy. It wasn't need. He didn't need it. It was envy. So, but I don't get, it's not like, oh, well, Justin, you'll be blessed for helping that guy. No, I just learned a lesson about trust. Don't be so trusting of people, because that's what it said. It was mistrust. It kept the pendulum kept swinging to mistrust. It was a lesson in don't be so trusting, okay? And like I said, because there is this energy, this Venus energy, and I mentioned this before about being poorer but wiser. Now, poorer could be on the extreme end, or it could just be like, yeah, it took a little hit. Like I told you, I lost $20 or whatever, but I'm wiser now because now I've seen something enough times to see a certain pattern. You know, I've heard that, hey, that shout that I was telling y'all about, that it's just the way they direct their energy towards you, the tone, everything, right? So, yeah, this is another reason why y'all should I hope you're listening, because that's the thing is, I know some of you will come out of pocket or get trapped, a baby or stuff like that. Things you can't undo. You can't undo a child. You can't undo certain financial decisions. You can't undo things that are, you've legally put yourself in, you know? Hold on. Give me a second. And here, I want to tell you with this energy, just some other things. This will be marking an end of a cycle. Once it all happens, whether or not it's like I noticed it beforehand or shit, I just learned a lesson, that's going to be the end of a particular karma of somebody taking advantage of you. And it's funny because y'all mentioned my mother doing what she did. And that's possibly like me growing up under that energy makes me susceptible to other people trying to target me. And I have to be more on guard. And what sucks is that if your parents did put you in that kind of dynamic as you were growing up, or is doing that to you now, it's bad because they're playing with your love emotion. And that what you feel for them and how you want to treat your family in love is kind of how you want to express to other people. So when you get hurt like that by people closest to you, it makes it hard for you to express love, genuine, unconditional love to strangers, right? But all in all, I have to take the reality that that is how my parent operates. And that's how people operate. And I need to trust my intuition before I give out such a strong emotion to people, because they can sense that emotion within me. They can sense it, right? So here, hold on, give me a second. See, somebody just noticing, I can't totally stop you, but I could get a couple dollars off of you. And other people noticing, you know, if you want a relationship, if you feel thirsty for a relationship right now, oh, I got you, and I'm gonna get you even more in all kinds of ways. But they really, all this Five of Wands energy is just a lot of jealousy, okay, and envy. Whoever this is, they secretly want to control you, okay? And I'm not even gonna say unconsciously, I think it's consciously. That right now, this is a matter of control and containment. So the man who asked for the charger, he can control by emotionally manipulating me. Whether or not he did it out of envy, knowing that maybe that guy is gonna go somewhere, he's doing something with his life. He can't contain me, so he used emotion to manipulate me. But there are others who are closer to you who are trying to contain you. And this energy here is how you contain somebody. I mean, look, the very first energy is about containing you. They want to put you behind bars, either in a mental prison or something like that. Even though I don't know what's going on with somebody in your energy, but I'm telling y'all, somebody's going to prison. Here, emotionally, they contain you. They can entrap you by playing with your feelings or getting you pregnant. That's how I contain you. They can contain you by manipulating where you live, trying to talk you out of certain things, right? This is why you got to do your own due diligence about where you're going, how you want to go. They can contain you by allowing you to project all the love, emotions, and feelings and to create the fantasy. I don't even have to do anything. All I got to do is show up. You're doing all the projecting, making the meals, planning the dates, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead, keep going, right? Because in a little bit, I'm about to show you this face. Yep. And then you're going to be confused about why I can't get out of it. People are a trip. People are a trip. Ways that this energy can manifest, because like I just told y'all, it just softly manifested, which it could even manifest further, because I told y'all this is like a 5-month energy, softly manifested with homeless guys. But here, this can manifest, like I told you, mother, family, children, neighbors, okay? Even somebody who has like a conservative nature. I think that's like more of the family of really trying to make you feel like you're not being a good family member by doing this, you know, kind of thing. Like, how dare you not help family? So if somebody's giving that kind of energy, it's still a manipulation. The other way is through soft power, which we already said, emotion and lust, you know, like the second homeless man did. I think he thought, if I can't get money, I'm gonna just project that, oh, you like men kind of thing, you want to do something. It's like, no matter what, whether it was money or sexual energy, they want energy. So be careful, right? The professions that this could be happening with, and it doesn't have to resonate with you, but I'm gonna call it out. This could be happening within like restaurants. You may own a restaurant, work in a restaurant, something like that. Met this person at a restaurant. Restaurants, cooking, hotels, real estate, homemaking, and design. Or these themes could be surrounding you right now, okay? It could just be the themes. The other thing, the other note I have is moodiness causes someone to miss a timely opportunity, which is what I was saying. Like, they shift your mood. They change your emotional energy. You know, because like I just was telling y'all, like I want to tell y'all this stuff that happened to me, but it was shifting my mood into an angry state to where it was close shutting me down, and I had to get myself out, right? Because this is the point. This is the point of doing this. The real thing is to imprison you or to misdirect you, okay? Hold on. Be surprised, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, y'all see people in different stages, homeless, money, no money, but the enemy works through all kinds of people. Don't let appearances fool you. Okay? Hold on. And then there's this thing about water, which I've mentioned before. There could be flooding going on where you are. There could be some form of pipe burst or something wrong with the tub or the toilet. That could happen. So, make sure you have insurance for whatever's going on. Or maybe this happens at one of these places, at a restaurant, at a hotel, or in a home, or somewhere new where you're about to buy. That's the other thing. You should be careful with real estate purchases because maybe the inspection isn't correct or something like that. The other thing I've already mentioned, witchcraft, a lot of stagnation and water issues could be an indication of witchcraft. The fact that the water is stagnating is the type of witchcraft that person is sending. It's of a sexual nature, and it's also of it's to stagnate you. The same way the water is standing stagnated is what the witchcraft is meant to do, is to hold you where you are. So people are trying to do spells, like containment spells or something like that. Probably attacking your money. Give me a second. So where were we at? So yeah, that's where we started out here. Now you also have the Emperor clarified by the Five of Wands. So I want to get into this Five of Wands energy twice. This could be something going on a job, Emperor in reverse, but Emperor in reverse could just be talking about someone's controlling nature. You could be dealing with an Aries. You don't have to be. This could be an authority figure on the job, or an authority figure you come across in like a public figure or a police officer or something like that, where someone is abusing their power, but they're abusing it to stop you, or either to stop you or they're jealous of you or something like that. Could be. Also, we got Leo energy twice. There's something here about your children. This is the second time something about children came up. I do have a note about keeping a watchful eye on your children. Some of y'all, I'm gonna really direct this toward the ladies. About this, not only can you be putting yourself in danger when this energy comes out with this new person, but you could be putting your children in danger. It was funny because I came across something on TikTok the other day. A couple men have been voicing how their mothers put men over, them. Like if a boyfriend or something hit them, they would never say nothing, and these men are like transitory, like they come in and out. You got these different men, but you allowing them to dictate what goes on in the house. So if that kind of energy is here, don't let nobody do that. Also, there could be a thing with sexual abuse, so be aware of that. That's sexual abuse or physical, verbal abuse, because that was another thing that someone was talking about, being verbally abused by a mother's boyfriend. Hold on. Yeah. Be careful who you got around your children. Or if you feel like you've been absent, someone else, another authority is directing your children. This could be gangs, Five of Wands. Or, a kid at school who's telling your kid to do something bad. All right? That could be there. The other thing, if you don't have no children and that doesn't apply to you, the Five of Wands is just the fact that with jealousy, someone is holding you back. And they're doing underhanded things in order to keep you bound and stuck. Like the energy of trying to make you miss an opportunity is strong. Someone could either be using witchcraft or negatively talking about you behind your back or trying to ruin something. But see, the thing is, you may know that this is going on, but your Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles is saying don't give up. You keep going anyway, even if you feel like what they have done to you has slowed you down. And it may have slowed you down, but you have something really good. You need to stay dedicated. Stay dedicated, because in a strong Virgo energy, maybe a Virgo is doing this to you. But Ten of Pentacles says whatever you're working on is going to bring you a lot of wealth. So don't give up. Don't get lazy. Don't be discouraged. Don't get sloppy, because you feel like the results haven't shown. Because everybody is always trying to undermine me with this Five of Wands energy. People keep trying to undermine me. What am I doing this for? And this is what I mean. Like, this is what the enemy is trying to do. What am I doing this for? Why am I trying to help people if people are ones coming against me? This is where they're trying to take your mind, and then you create a new narrative that people suck. And people do suck, but not everybody sucks, right? And you have to fulfill what it is you came here to do. And if you truly want to help, that's what you should do. You know, you can't let somebody twist your emotions like that, because that's how they're going to get you emotionally. Stay dedicated to your craft or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever project, craft, whatever, because there's a lot meant for you. 10 of Pentacles. It's even you are going to be successful. Hangman, 4 of Pentacles, definitely. But the energy 2 times of people trying to hold you up. The fact that the Hangman is in reverse could also be giving you another perspective on why this is happening. Like I told you guys in the prior reading, some of you all are purposely being slowed down in order to learn some other like perspective, maybe to see how people operate. Okay, maybe to see that if this happened to me or continues to happen to me, how can I protect my 10 of Pentacles in the future? Because if it's happening now or happened in the past, it could definitely happen again in the future. So where are my blind spots? What do I do that allows this energy to make its way in? What's going on in my life that lets this work? Now, for others of you, you are going through like a form of toughening, right? This is just like a part of your spiritual initiation, and it won't last long. Hangman tells me this won't last long. You'll be cut down at some point. But you need to look at all the perspectives and angles about what I'm doing on my end and what I need to notice about people, appearances, lies, just different things like that. And 2, the fact that you have the Knight of Pentacles here is saying that there's a certain progression and that you don't have to rush. You know, and like I said this before, from a higher perspective, some of this stuff was meant to slow you down in order so you don't rush something and ruin it your own self. Okay, because we do have Piscean energy. That's the energy of self-undoing, you know, self-sabotage. Which, if you play this right, you'll cause the ones who are trying to sabotage you to sabotage themselves, which is exactly why I feel like somebody's going to prison. And it ain't you. All right. Somebody is doing, look, with all these 5s, they're going too far. They're doing too many things. They're too obsessed and dead set on making sure they control you or contain you. Okay. Give me a second. All right. Let me run through my notes real quick. All right, I already told you family affairs are a little bit confusing, so watch what relatives and close family members are telling you. You have to use your intuition to figure out what's going on underneath the surface. Right now, even telling you about what happened with my mom and these homeless and all that kind of stuff made me want to withdraw. So I know it's whatever's going on in your life makes you want to withdraw, but try not to completely withdraw from the world, because that was the intent. Is to isolate you. They're trying to make you feel isolated, like it's not worth it. Okay, hold on. Prayer and meditation are really good for you right now. This is going to enhance your intuitive skills. This will also allow you to heal your spirit. All right. You need to do more visualization and affirmations for your success, because your success is here, but people are trying to use lies and different things or witchcraft in order to make you feel like that's not really happening, but it really is. This is why they're saying it's happening for you. You can't give up or be discouraged, because you're really getting this. This is the whole point of why these people are doing what they're doing, because they see you as 10 of Pentacles. They see you as the one that the ancestors love. They know that you have a lot of spiritual backing behind you. They don't want to recognize it. Trust me, this is not only a lesson for you, it's a lesson for them. These people they don't truly believe in God. They don't. But they kind of see God as like working in your life. And some of them truly do see it. They're just so far gone. But for whatever reason, their ego is so strong, they honestly think that they have so much power, and possibly because they were manipulating you before, or you seem manipulatable, if that's a word, because of your upbringing, you know, the way you respond and are acting toward people. So others are noticing that. But you are in a stage where God and your ancestors are closer to you, because you're working on something or doing something that you're meant to do, and no longer can people stop you because you've committed yourself to something. So these people are going to find themselves in the worst situations for trying to lie to you, but your ancestors and guides want you to see this as the reality that people do this. You know, you have to learn and grow too, but they're not going to let nobody just fuck with you. Okay, here, hold on. Yeah, with this energy, you could be deceived by someone who you thought was very well intentioned. There's a level of mediumship happening, especially because you're some of y'all are mediums. You need to work more on your communication. You've developed a communication with your ancestors, or you've developed a communication with other people's deceased loved ones. If you want to continue that, you should. Your dreams are probably very strong right now. You are also detecting people's emotions more clearly, which is why you should trust yourself, which is why I should have trusted myself the first time I encountered what I was encountering, going to go get my food, right? Be cautious of misleading contracts or agreements, just verbal agreements. There's another thing about job disillusionment. It says this can kind of make you feel like it's dragging you down. And the energy won't change if you seek a new position to sort of attain some sort of ideal. So the example that I have for you with that is, I remember when it was a blessing to me when I got this higher paying job. I had kind of got like 2 promotions within a year. And when I got the second one, I felt very like, yay, I got more money, but is this really all life is about? Like just working kind of thing. So some of you are going through that where you may have gotten more money. Either you don't like where you're at and the money's not good, or you got the thing you wanted, but you're like, I'm not happy, or it's gotta be more. That's for a reason. It's to push you more into your creativity and your spirituality. It wants you to create something. Either start a side business or tap into a gift that you haven't been tapping into because you just haven't been believing in it. Okay? It's for a reason that you feel that disillusionment. Okay, give me a second. And just the rest of this is just about the type of love relationships and business relationships you attract. Just things could seem very blurry. You have to, yes, keep a watchful eye on your children. You got to protect your heart and resources at this time. Hold on. It's like, give me a second. Just be careful, because, yeah, like I told you right here with the illusions, things start out looking like this and then end up like this. All right? Because the attraction is around you, but a lot of it, right, that's what I wanted to say. Some of y'all are talking to certain people. The illusion is strong, but you're feeling something. I keep getting this energy of ask somebody else. Either like ask a trusted friend or ask their friend. Even somebody may even clue you in to the person you're dealing with. All right. And you should listen. Sometimes you may get an unsolicited advice from someone about something you're doing, and you may want to take it into consideration. Okay. Even if you like, what was that about? And they couldn't tell you completely how they feel about a certain person, there was something there. Your intuition is asking you to dig, okay? Or, ask another person, yeah, I'm talking to so-and-so. What do you think? You know them. Tell me what you think about them. It's kind of that kind of thing. Someone who just gives it to you straight up, won't lie. You need to talk to that friend. The only reason why I see you wouldn't is to purposely keep going with something that you know is wrong. But it would be better if you get a second opinion concerning a contract or business relationship or love relationship. Okay? That's what I have for you. If the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and get the notification. And hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys. See ya.